銀河鉄道39エターヌル
All right, let's finish off chapter Prolog 3 of Volume 5. Prolog 3, the title here was Shihatsueki Destiny Part 2. Complicated, this is actually the third chapter. That's the prologue. Again, first station, meeting with Destiny, Shura, Layla, Destiny, Shura. They're departing now. Shasho had announced the next station, which was something about Ichinen Baiso. Watch the previous chapter if you want to see my confusion over what that means. And the train was departing. That's where we had paused. So, train is departing the first station. Oh, there we go. Oh. Reira Sanda. It's Ms. Layla. All right. It's Ms. Reira. Oh, okay. Let me get this kind of again, remember the first station kind of looked like this glowing mass with all the trains kind of coming in and out constantly and everything like this. So now they're leaving. Meiteru to Reira-san wa marude hitori no you ni mieru ne. Sokkuri na shimai ka sonna. Okay, as for Ms. Layla and Meiteru, it's as if one person's in that manner visible. So you can see them. As for Layla and Ms. Layla and Meiteru, you can see them as though they're one person. The spitting image of sisters, like Solna, that sort of a thing, ... So we saw themes of that during their visit. Moshikashite, Reira-san, Meiteru, Emeraldasu wa sannin shimai? Perhaps Ms. Layla, Meiteru, and Emeraldus, as for them, like three sisters? Dokashiranu. Which seems kind of non-committal, which is like somehow don't know. I don't know about that. How else could we take Dokashiranu? Like, how is it not knowing? Yeah, let me, Shirane. Sorry, Shirane. Shirane. I guess maybe this could be like, I don't know why. Like, why would you say that? In either case, it's sort of a non-committal answer as far as I can tell. Dokashirane.
Hello there.
Anata no osuki ni souzo nasai tetsuro. Yeah, it's like to your imagination. Oops. Okay, wait. Hold on. That's going to go to Galaxy Express. Okay. Basically, like, it's to your imagination as you like. Tetsuro. Yeah, so do according to you like with your imagination. Tabi wa nagai wa. As for the journey, it's long. Yukkuri kangaru jikan ga aru. Slowly at leisure, thinking time exists. So the journey is long, so you'll have the time to think about it at leisure. All right. We see the trains again. Oh boy. We get a double page here. And we get some English here. Oh, interesting. Okay, so there's a black train. There's a black train. That's the 666. Okay, we have not seen any allusion to the fact that 999 upside down is 666. This is like the first time we've seen anything like this. Interesting. I don't know. We'll see if what this means, whether we're going to see any more about that train. But that is clearly being pointed out. I mean, right? It's a pitch black train too. So yeah, he's going to notice. All right. So there's going to be more here. It's got guns too. Wow. Arara, sugoi rasha ga shihatsu eki e oriru yo. Wow, gracious me. A incredible train towards the first station is disembarking. Or descending. Okay. What would this be? Srisiksu? Srisiksu? We're not getting an actual pronunciation, so I'm guessing. Sri, I'll go with that until I see otherwise. No, it would be Shiksu. Srisiksu. Marude Sri9 o hikkurikashite bukimi ni shita you na rasha da. So the 3-6, it's as if like flipping over the 3-9. Yeah, turning upside down and creepy feeling train. Or bukimi is more like eerie. Eerie, ominous. Yeah. So it's a train that's in the manner of being weird, ominous, uncanny, flipped upside down 3-9. あれが、スペースパンツはグレネーダーの装甲列車. That thing is the Space Panzer Grenadiers armored train. Okay, again, watch the previous chapters. This is the SPG, the Space Panzer Grenadier. So remember, there was a whole thing about the candidate, yada yada. There we go. And there was mention of really what the role of that train was, right? All right. 3-9 continues out. Okay. Ano ko ga, kukan so korasha e noru no shigan? Yeah. 志願してレイラのところへ行った少年。聞いてたでしょ? Okay, so that kid, the kid we saw in this 3-6, that kid, that space armored train towards that, riding and doing aspiration, volunteering, application towards the place of Layla, having gone boy, youth, heard about right, correct? So he's saying that's the boy we heard about, right? Who went to the place of Layla with the intent of riding on that train, that armored train. That's what that kid is. でしょ? レイラさんは悲しそうな顔していた. As for Ms. Layla, a seemingly sad face was doing. So Ms. Layla seems sad about it. Now, the one thing I don't get is the train appears to be going toward the first station. So, or whatever that's worth. Because they had already made it sound like the kid had arrived. So I don't quite understand that. Oh. Hanashi unme no ko yo. It is a kid of a sad fate. A sad fate's kid it is. Or sad destiny. We got a lot of allusion to that in the previous sections. Okay, there's the 3-9 further out from Shihatsueki, the first station. Whoa, oh no. Whoa. Okay, so there's like an explosion or something. This is the 3-9. Oh, ah! Beady, 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 beady. Things trembling. Ugokuna! Don't move. Oh boy. この列車は我々の行く星へ進路を変える次の何々点でね. Oh, this is junction, right? Bunkiten, was it? Yeah, it was Bunkiten. Junction crossroad. Yeah, so 次のBunkitenでね. So that's already there. And Shinro, route course. Okay, there's more than one person. As for this train, toward our going to planet, changing course, and it's like the next, at the next route, or at the next junction, you know? So as for this train, it will change route at the next station towards our going to planet, which is the planet that we want to go to. I guess this is made to do. This is probably made to do. O yame nasai. Stop. Which is a relatively polite request given the circumstances. Kaerare wa shinai wa. As for being able to change, will not do. Zettai ni. Absolutely. As for being able to change, will not do. Absolutely. And then we get vroom, 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 vroom. Made to do. I guess that's them firing at her. Tetsuro has his gun out. And we get the English of what I just said on the previous page. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Wow. Nani? God, what? There were 3 of them. Okay, what is going on? Smoking bodies. Double exclamation point. Arigato, tasukatta wa. Thank you, saved. So thank you saved me. So there was someone else, clearly not in black, and apparently they're the one. Zenbu katazuita. Katazuku. Isn't that to bear the responsibility? To put in order. Oh, to clean up. Katazuku. To be disposed of. All parts cleaned up. All parts put in order. To be finished. Anshin shite kudasai. Please do ease of mind. Please don't worry. Gojo kaku no anata ni okage ga osasete moshiwake arimasen. No, sorry, not okage. Okega. What is that? Okega osaseta. Okega. Oh, wound. Okega. She's person's being polite. Okega. Kega is wound. Injury. Okega. Yeah, so to you, a customer, to a customer of you, so to you, the customer, passenger, a wound being made to happen, being wounded, excuse does not exist. So this is like, there's no excuse for allowing a passenger to be wounded or allowing a wound to be done to a passenger. There's no way, there's no excuse, there's no way that would happen. All right. Oh, and they're dead. Kono hito SDF. So we saw this acronym, but we're going to get this spelled out anyway again, which is nice. Space Defense Force. As for this person, SDF, the Space Defense Force. And again, space, railway, this is like security group. Space Panzer Grenada はもっと気楽。もっと危険で宇宙で一番厳しい任務に就く。Okay. As for the Space Grenadier, as for the SPG, all the more painful, bitter, all the more dangerous in the universe, the number one strict, harsh, severe duty being, or whatever. Ninmu Nitsuku. No, it's not that Nitsuku. Okay. So I guess like following that, anyway, it's saying, she's saying this person was with the SDF, but then I guess she's just reminding that the SPG, the Space Panzer Grenadier, is all the more painful, bitter than this, and all the more dangerous, the most strict duty, responsibility, or severe in the universe. Whoa. Okay, there goes the train. And there we go. Final page. Wow. All right. Well, this will probably take a while. So it looks like we're going to see a little bit of this person going to see Layla, this SPG person. This is our final page for Prolog 3. Let's see what we've got. Yuki Mamoru. Yuki Mamoru. What is this? Like possessing records, protecting. What is this Yuki? I don't think, let me see if, I don't think it's Yuki. It may be Yuki Mamoru. Kyoko. Oh, no, it's a different key. All right, let me try. Okay, that is not coming up with anything. So this is the Chronicle. Okay, I don't know what to make of this. This could be a name, but probably not. Mamoru is to protect, to guard. Again, key Chronicle, and then you meaning possessing or having. So whatever that means here. SPG, Shigan wa kawarimasen ka? As for the Shigan, like, will it not change? And again, Shigan was like the application, aspiration, volunteering. So basically, SPG, is your desire, your application for this not going to change? Maybe that's this person's name. We'll see. この世で一番 辛く厳しい任務に就くことになりますよ. She's repeating what we just heard from Meitaro, which is, in this world, the most painful, bitter, harsh, strict, severe duty attaching event. So it's basically the thing that comes with the most strict, harsh, bitter duty. It becomes that. That's what the SPG is. And this is presumably this person responding using boku. Boku no shinnen desu. It is my conviction, my belief. Yep, that is my belief, my conviction. Keshite yurugimasen. Certainly, I guess, like, will not waver. Yeah, certainly will not waver. Onore no unmei o shinjite, believing in my own fate. Wait. Usually onore is like your fate, but it can mean oneself. Yeah. Okay, so believing in my own fate, chikara no kagiri tatakaimasu, and will fight within the limits of my strength. So I'll fight as long as I have strength, believing in my own fate. Keshite koukai shimasen. Certainly, absolutely will not do regrets. Okay. Does this just become she? Shi o unme? No. This is what, when it's alone, it's kokoro something. Kokorozasu. No, but we'd see the su typically. What is it with just, is it just going to be she? No, it can still be kokorozashi. Kokorozashi. Kokorozashi o unmei wa sasaeru daiuchu fuhen no gensoku de aru. Okay. As for fate of the will, or as for fating will, as for, I'm trying to think of like what sasaeru, supporting. As for fate, it supports the will. As for fate, it supports the will. As for destiny, it supports the will, intention, motive. Big universes, unchanging rule, principle, exists. It is. Yeah. So this is the big universe's unchanging principle that fate supports the will. What else would sasaeru mean here? Supports, sustains the will. Holds at bay. Okay. Ikanaru kukan, ikanaru basho ni oite mo mankou fuhen no gensoku de aru. Okay, I think it's fuhen and not fuben. Yeah, everlasting. Okay, so ikanaru. Any kind of, used with a negative verb. Ikanaru basho means whatever the case may be. No, ikanaru baai. Oh, baai demo. Okay, not basho. So I guess like whatever the space, any kind of space, and in any kind of place, even if oitemo, that I'm not sure. Even if placed in whatever fate or in whatever place or whatever space, banko Banko Fuhen. Banko here is ancient. Where'd it go? Yeah, perpetual, eternal. Eternal, unchanging principle it is. Hey, FobTech, how's it going? Welcome in, everyone. Thank you so much for the raid. Okay, Nioitemo was probably even regarding any kind of place or any kind of space, a perpetual, eternal, unchanging principle rule it is. Again, that supporting fate, destiny supports the will, volition. 39の鉄路の旅がそうであるように Okay, this is the person's name. Yuki Mamoru. Yuki Mamoru. The journey of Tetsuro of the 39, that way existing in that manner, so like in the way that Tetsuro's journey on the 39 is, Yuki Mamoru, this guy, そうである. Oh no. この少年の旅もそうである. This youth's journey also is that way. So, in the manner of Tetsuro's journey on the 39, Yuki Mamoru, that boy, that youth's journey also is that way, like Tetsuro's. So that is his name. その名に共通点のあるものがもう一人. Ooh. Okay. To that name, a commonality, common point, kotsuten, common feature, existing thing, one more person, mohitori. Mohitori. There's one more person in common with that name. その名に共通点のあるものがもう一人. What else would その名 mean? その目. It's probably その目. Well, anyway, to that person, to that name, a common point existing person, one more exists. One more person exists in common with that name. Okay. Interesting. We'll see what this means, maybe. 宇宙を旅してる. Oh, and is doing travel in the universe. 気づかれる人は気がつくだろう. As for people like able to notice, they will probably notice. 気づかれる. 気づかれる人は気がつくだろう. Yeah. So like as for people, again, maybe like able to notice, they'll probably notice. But again, I take this to mean that there's one more name, one more person in common. I'm blanking. Like, I'm sure it's obvious, but I'm blanking on what this means. I take it to mean that there's a third person that has a name in common as a common point with these two. But maybe there's more. We'll see. Okay, well, that's the end of the chapter. That's the end of Prolog 3. So, that's all. Okay, let's just wrap this up. That's the end of 3. There are 5 more chapters. I guess let's take a quick peek. Okay, I see Destiny. I see Harlock. Do I see? Okay, I see this kid. All right, and I see the 3-6. Okay, so maybe actually these chapters will continue, even though it's like, we'll see what it is next. Okay, so we're going to continue. There's only 5 chapters left, and Mi-kun plus that. But that's it. That's all that's left in this volume, and Galaxy Express Uniting Eternal, at least with this publication. So we'll continue next time there with chapter 1, and we'll see the title there, and we'll get a sense maybe of what this might be about next time.